Hello, Steve Mills here, and thank you ever so much for listening to this video. Today I wanted to talk to you about business advice, more specifically where you can get the right business advice from. Because, believe me, there are a phenomenal amount of people out there willing to give you business advice. Everybody from your bank manager, your accountant, the people you network with, your friends, loads of business advisors and coaches out there. Even people in the street will give you business advice. But the question is, who are the people that you should be listening to? If you think about it, if you want business advice, more specifically business growth advice. Why do you want business advice? You want to grow your business, I take it. If that's the case, and that's you, and you run a small business, then how are you going to do that? Well, there's only really two ways of growing a business and ultimately making more profit. And the first way is you can reduce sales. Go and speak to your accountant about reducing sales. That's what they specialize in. They're all about saving money, becoming more effective. And if you want to reduce sales, then that's great, and go ahead and do it. I'm absolutely an advocate of that. But the truth of the matter is you can only save so much. Perhaps you can save 5%, perhaps 10%, maybe even 20%. You could save 20% in your business. Imagine, 20% more profit in your business. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? However, there is a limit. There's a limit as to how much you can save. You can't save everything. You've got to spend some money, and even if you do, you're still limited by your turnover. So the only real way of growing your business is to increase sales. That's what you got to do. So if you think about that naturally, then if you're wanting to, get some advice in growing your business, who are you going to get advice from? You're going to go to your bank manager? Are they the best person to help you to increase sales? What about your accountant? Are they highly experienced at sales conversion and lead generation? What about your family? They've got your best interest at heart. I know that. And friends, they got your best interest at heart as well. Yeah, absolutely they have. And, what you need to do is really, understand from them, yes, they've got your best interest at heart, but they're equally probably not the most highly qualified people to help you. Unless you're the son or daughter of Richard Branson, then hats off and bow and all that sort of stuff. And go and get some advice from your dad. But seriously, if you're going to get business advice, and specifically, as I've said, business growth advice, and you need to get it from someone who's got experience in that. Perhaps they've got, 25 years plus experience in it. They've worked with small businesses just like yours. They've helped them to make millions upon millions of pounds worth of additional pounds and sales. And they're really, really good at it. Now, you probably know where this is going. Yes, that's me. I've done that. I've been doing this a long, long time, and I've been helping many, many businesses to do that. And, if you need help in that area, that's certainly something I can help with. But I've come up with what I call my 7 biggest reasons why businesses succeed, and I'm just reading them out here so I get them in the right order. You'll see below this video there's a list of them, but I just wanted to talk through them. So these are my top 7 reasons why businesses succeed based on my 25 years experience in working in thousands of businesses in hundreds of industries and helping them to literally make millions upon millions upon millions of pounds of additional sales. So my number one reason, and it probably is number one in every sense of the word, to be honest, and that is they know exactly what they want and when they want it by. So in other words, they're very, very goal generated. We all know, and we've heard it many, many times, that people with goals are more successful than people that aren't. But it is true. and they work towards those goals. They focus, if you know you want to be, I don't know, world champion at a particular sport, and you want to be that in the next 5 years, and you know what you got to be working towards, and you know the steps along the way. And if you go below and read that particular section, it talks about what you need to get to a certain level, how many sales, and what's your average unit of sale, and so on and so forth. So definitely go and read that. Number 2, they take massive action. Do you know what? One of the biggest reasons I can tell you now why businesses are not successful is they don't do anything. They don't do anything. They spend a lot of time planning and don't actually do anything. I hear people say, I post occasionally on LinkedIn, and, we send out a quarterly newsletter. Give me a break. That's not going to get you successful. So we need to do more. You need to pick up the phone. How often do you pick up the phone? If you're like most business owners I see, they go, oh, I'm not a salesperson. I don't like doing that. Get over it. You've got to do that. So they take massive action. Number 3, they measure the results that they're getting. And this is, one of the biggest mistakes that I see is having no clue what's working and what's not. So the businesses finish up spending money on marketing that either does work or doesn't, but they've got no clue whether it's working or not. So they know their key marketing numbers, their KPIs, key performance indicators, the key things in their business from the top level. When I'm talking about things like their profit and their turnover and so on. Underneath that is the number of leads that they're generating, and perhaps turning into meetings, the number of meetings that turn into sales. And underneath that is the number of people coming to the website, number of contacts they've got on LinkedIn, their email open rates, the number of networking events they go to, the amount of business they get from referral, and so on and so forth. So those key numbers are really, really important. They are constantly and consistently working on how they can improve their results. So people, who go networking, they just keep going to the same networking events, getting the same results. They keep sending out the same or similar emails. They keep doing the same posts on LinkedIn, never stopping to think, right, how do I get more out of this? How do I improve the effectiveness of each and every element of my sales and marketing? And by doing that alone, will massively help you to grow your business. So there's a really great tip. The next one is they're driven by systems. So they're not people dependent, they're systems development. So it doesn't matter who answers the phone, for example, it will be answered in the same manner no matter who does it. When a new customer comes on board, you have a customer welcome system. When an email goes out and it's checked before it is, you have an email checking system. When you deliver a service to a company, it's delivered in a set specific way, and it doesn't matter whether it's person A, B or C delivering it, they all do things to the same high standards as everybody else. That's the way we do it here, is really key to being successful in a business. Amazon doesn't leave it to its employees to decide how to put something in a box and how to distribute it. It has a system for that, and everybody follows it. That way we get the same quality product wrapped in the same box, no matter where we buy and who we buy from. So really important to have systems in your business. They get advice from people who are experts in their field. You take business advisors as an example. Where do most business advisors come from? Why do people start off and decide that they're going to be a business advisor? Often it's because they've worked in the corporate world, working with big businesses with you know, they've been a marketing director, for example, of a big corporate, and then all of a sudden they find themselves out of a job and they decide, right, okay, I'm going to be a business advisor. I'm going to work with small businesses. Now, one thing I can tell you is the world of corporate marketing is very, very different to the world of small business marketing. And, you know, arguably they may or may not be the best people to help you. So they get advice from people who are experts in their field. And lastly, and I think this is really important, they are dedicated to learning more about being better at sales and marketing. You know, you say, well, yeah, you would say that, Steve, wouldn't you? But you know, I do believe it. I really do. You know, if you're going to become better, sorry, let me say that again. If you're going to grow your business, you're going to increase sales. How are you going to do that? You've got to become better at sales and marketing, haven't you? You know, you know, if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always got. That's a very old saying, but it's still very, very true in marketing. So if you're going to do better, you've got to learn more. You've got to learn more about how to use LinkedIn. You've got to learn more about Facebook advertising. You've got to learn more about Google AdWords and pay-per-click advertising. You've got to learn more about remarketing. You know, this is modern technology. You know, you can't be living in the dark ages sending out letters. Well, you can, and it might be a good idea, actually. But, you know, my point being, you've got to become better, or, you know, you're going to continue to get the same results in the same way. You know, you've got to become better. If you could go, let me give you a thought here. If you convert 4 leads out of 10 into sales, right, that's a 40% conversion rate. If you could become just 20% better, in other words, instead of 40% conversion rate, you got a 60% conversion rate, converted 6 out of 10, what would that mean for your business? And the answer is, it would be a 50% growth. You with me? So 6 out of 10 instead of 4 out of 10, whilst it's only 20% increase, it's actually 50% more sales. And so, you know, by improving your sales skills, or the skills of your team, by 20%, you can actually get a 50% increase in the size of your business. You know, what a concept. That's worth waiting to the end of that video, I believe, just for that particular thing. Okay, so they're my 7 sort of keys, really, based on my 25 years of doing this. And I want to, if I may, just at the end of this video, make you a quick offer. And that offer is to help you. What I'd like to do is ask you to go to my website, which is stevemills.co, www.stevemills.co, okay? And then I want you to book in for a free, what I call a strategy meeting. This is a meeting where I'm going to ask you some questions about your business. Then, if we both feel that there's a synergy and we could work together, I'm going to talk to you about what I think I can do for you and how I can help you by providing you with some great business growth advice. So if that's of interest, and I really hope it is, then go to my website and sign up, and I look forward to meeting you soon. Thank you ever so much for listening, and take action. Thank you.